What's up, mi gente? I'm going to show you how I make this delicious chicken chipotle quesadilla. So let's get started. Alright guys, so we're going to start with some clean boneless chicken thighs. So when I say clean, I rinse my chicken with some water and vinegar. I pat it dry, and I also remove some of the fat from it. And then I just started cutting into bite-sized pieces like this. So I'm using boneless chicken thighs for this, guys, but you can definitely go ahead and use chicken breast if that's what you have. But you know, the chicken thighs are just so juicy. They're not going to dry it up, and they're just perfect for this dish. So after finish cutting them, you're going to go ahead and season them with the spices that I left in the description for you. So make sure you check that out. So I'm just going to continue and finish cutting my chicken, and then we're going to start seasoning. Alright guys, so now that my chicken is all cut up, we're gonna go ahead and start seasoning. So remember, all of the spices with measurements are down in the description, but just to give you a little idea of the spices that I use adobo, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, some chili powder, some of the juice of the chipotle and adobo, and I just went in and I finished it off with some salt and pepper. I give this a nice mix, make sure all of the spices are all incorporated, and then you can let this marinate for a couple of hours. You can let this marinate overnight, or you can just go ahead and use it right away. So I just let it marinate for a couple of hours. But you want to make sure your chicken looks like this, and if it doesn't look like this, you need to add a little bit more seasoning. Alright guys, so now that we're ready to cook on medium high heat, you're going to heat up some oil. So I'm using my cast iron because I love the crust that it gives the chicken, but you can use any skillet that you have. Then after your oil get nice and high, just going to drop your chicken in there, and I like to kind of like press it down and make sure everything is touching the bottom of your skillet so it can develop that beautiful crust, and all of that, girl, is flavor. So you're just going to let your chicken cook for about 4 minutes on one side. So guys, while my chicken cooks, we're gonna make this quick crema that's gonna go inside the quesadillas. So I have here some sour cream, some chopped scallions. I also went in and I added the juice of 1 lime, and I also added some chopped cilantro, the juice of the chipotle and adobo, and I just finished it off with some salt and pepper. Guys, if you have honey, this would be a great time to add just a little bit to it, to this crema, and it will make everything so much better between the chipotle and the honey that you're gonna add. Oof, this is gonna be delicious. So I still want you to taste it and adjust it to your liking. Alright, mi gente, so after about 4 minutes, my chicken is ready to be flipped. So you're just gonna flip it, and you're gonna make sure you press it down into the skillet so the other side can also develop that nice crust. Mi gente, my chicken is ready to go. It's all done. It's fully cooked. I want you to taste it though, and then if you had to adjust it for the salt or anything else, you can go ahead and do it now. Just let it cook a little bit longer so it can really get that flavor. But my chicken is good, and we are ready to make these quesadillas. Alright guys, so I have my griddle here nice and hot already on medium low heat. I added some cooking spray, and I'm gonna go ahead and start making my quesadilla. So you're just gonna get your tortilla right on your griddle and add all the cheese you want. So I'm the kind of girl that I like a cheesy quesadilla, so I put cheese all over that. So I use a Mexican blend cheese, and I'm also gonna add some mozzarella cheese that I already had there, so why not? And then I'm gonna go ahead and start laying my chicken. So this part here, you're just gonna follow your heart. You're gonna put as much or as little as you want, like a chunky quesadilla. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pile up that chicken in there, and then we're gonna add our chipotle crema that we made, and then you just want to make sure you smother that all on the chicken. Guys, this crema, you have to make it, okay? Do not skip it because it just gives us such a good taste to these quesadillas. So now I'm gonna add a little bit more of the mozzarella cheese, and that's it. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and close it up without burning my fingers, and you're just gonna let both sides of it get nice and crusty and delicious. I'm actually gonna make two, one for me and one for my wife. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish that up, and then we are ready to eat. All right, guys, so when you start to smell the tortilla, it's time to flip. So just make sure you flip it and allow the other side to get nice and beautifully golden, just like this. And this should take just about 3 minutes per side. Just make sure you keep your flame like medium low, because you don't want this to burn. All right, so our quesadillas are ready, guys, and they look amazing. Look at that. So now we're just gonna cut it and we are gonna serve. This crust on the top, it has to be like my favorite part of the quesadilla. Oy, it tastes so good. That cheese melted so nicely. And the chicken, guys, it just tastes amazing. So I just went in and I served mine with some pico de gallo and guacamole on the side, guys. Pero this dinner is done. It took less than 30 minutes, and it's such a tasty dinner that you can make any time of the week. And I bet you are gonna love it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y buen provecho.